Okay? So that's because we're making contact right on the top part over here, but not necessarily. All right? Be careful with that, and you start real slow. But you need to, especially for those people that are into the sparring or whatever, you need to take hits over there. Okay? You got to take hits over there, because you will get hit over there. You will get grinded over there and stuff. So you got to get. I'm not saying that you got to get used to that. I'm not saying you're taking hits to your actual private parts, to your genitals. Okay? But you need to take hits to over there. You need to train those areas over there. Okay? Not just your core. That's the bottom end of your core over there. So it's not just your stomach muscles. Okay? And with that medicine ball, it's not just here. It's got to be down there. The same way you need to understand what it feels like to get hit in the solar plexus. You have to, for those people in hard training, I do not suggest anyone just do this on their own. That's a disclaimer, okay? Go get a trainer, go get a professional, whatever. It's a disclaimer. Whatever you choose to do, that's your responsibility. I'm not suggesting you do it. I'm telling you, I'm showing you the things that I do. I can't be sure if you can do it, if you're at the level to do it or not. Okay? You understand that what I'm saying right now, that's a disclaimer. I cannot, officially I can't make that commitment. I can't make that official call. Okay? I don't see you in person. I don't know where you're at. I can't make that call, and I can't be there side by side with you to walk you through, which is the best way to walk you through these processes so that you can get that. Okay? But for me, all right, for me, I needed to test and to take shots and hits and contusions to the solar plexus, okay? Because that's where that's a very specific little joint area, junction area, and that will knock the wind right out of you, and a lot more. Could even collapse your chest, collapse the lungs, or at least in the feeling and sensation. Cool. While we're at it, what other really cool inside info can I give you or whatever? You got to be able to take these hits over here. Okay, I've trained that. Training to take hits and make contact in areas that are going to water your eyes. Okay, that are going to create that ringing. All right, that could temporarily blind you. That could be completely not talked about, even in the non-MMA ones, where you understand that there's a more dynamic range of striking. But even in boxing, not talked about that much, and maybe there are videos of getting punched in the throat. You keep your chin down, but that's to protect your throat. You keep your chin down to protect that chin from being out in the open, because that's one surefire way of getting that knockout. That's one surefire way of the cranium, the brain smacking against your skull and stuff. But getting punched in the throat to change your whole game. When I was a lot younger, and I was just doing a lot more sparring with strangers and stuff like that, going to a gym, I got punched in the throat on one of my first bigger matches, sparring boxing matches with a stranger. It's different. There's a comfort level when you're fighting your friends, all right? And if anyone says otherwise, it's bullshit. And you could go hard, but there's still a certain comfort level. It's your friend. You know that person. You know deep down inside there's a sincerity there. There's a trust there, for the most part, if they're your friend. But to a stranger, and you might have that respect or whatever, but still, it's a stranger. Somebody you don't know. So there's a certain element to that that's really cool. And on one of those matches or whatever, on the first 30 seconds, I punched right in the neck. And a great shot. Completely, my whole brain was like, I was thinking I was going to have all these game plans, I was going to do these things, going to feel it out, I was going to have a lot of, boom, all of a sudden I'm thinking about a whole other set of shit. And I'm holding on, and I'm like, damn, I can't even get my bearings. It's a good shot. I don't think he did it on purpose. But if he did, that was awesome. If he didn't do it maliciously. But he still did it on purpose. We had trainers like that. Sometimes you could see out of the corner of your eye, you'd see, you know what he was to give him the nod, work his body. That was a classic one. Stop him, as the amateur will do when they're getting hit in the body too much. The amateur is going to start, you're going to start raising that leg up. I've raised that leg up. I've certainly raised that leg up until you learn that you better come up with a different move. You better get on your horse, you better jab out of the way, and you better All right.